went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what she could see. And all that she could see, and all that she could see was the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain was all that she could see. The bear went across the river, the bear went across the river, the bear went across the river to see what she could see. And all that she could see, and all that she could see was the other side of the river, the other side of the river, the other side of the river was all that she could see. The bear went through the forest, the bear went through the forest, the bear went through the forest to see what she could see. And all that she could see, and all that she could see was the other side of the forest, the other side of the forest, the other side of the forest was all that she could see. The bear climbed up the big tree, the bear climbed up the big tree, the bear climbed up the big tree to see what she could see. And all that she could see, and all that she could see was the forest, river, and mountain, the forest, river, and mountain, the forest, river, and mountain was all that she could see, was all that she could see.
Good morning! Welcome to ABCM Online. My name is Teacher Sam.
My name is Teacher
And
Bo.
we are K2/7. And this week we have been learning all about garbage. And our artwork today, we're going to be using different types of garbage to make a grizzly bear mask. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so to make our grizzly bear mask, you will need a paper plate,
Paper plate,
wooden stick,
wooden stick,
paint,
paint,
paintbrush,
paintbrush,
pencil,
pencil,
scissors,
scissor,
glue,
glue,
water.
water.
Okay, let's go. So step number 1 for making our grizzly bear mask. We will need to take our paper plate. And what we want to do is to cut our paper plate in half. So that means we're going to cut along the middle of our paper plate using our scissors. Okay, so we're going to take our scissors to cut along the middle of our paper plate. Please be careful when using the scissors because the scissors can be very sharp. Okay, so now we have 2 halves of our paper plates. Okay, so step 2 for making our grizzly bear mask. We need to make our ears and our nose shape. So we're going to take 1 half of our paper plate and our pencil. And we're going to draw on the shapes of our ears. So we want to make 2 large circles and 2 small circles. Okay, so now we have 2 large circles and 2 small circles, and that's going to make the ears for our grizzly bear. We need to draw 1 more large circle for our nose. Okay, so once we have all our circles for our ears and nose, the next step is to take our scissors and cut out our circles. Please be careful when you use your scissors. One nose. One large circle for the outside of our ear. 2 large circles for the outsides of our bear's ears. One small circle for the inside of our ear. Two small circles for the insides of our bear's ears. Okay, so now we have the shapes of our ears, our nose. The next step is to make the shape of our grizzly bear's eyes. So to do that, we're going to take the other half of our paper plate and we're going to make 2 holes for our grizzly bear's eyes. So to do that, we want you to draw 2 circles using your pencil. Okay, so now we have the outline for our 2 eyes. The next step is to take our scissors and cut them out. Okay, and now we have 2 holes for our grizzly bear's 2 eyes. Okay, step number 3. The next step is to paint our grizzly bear brown. So to do that, we're going to take half of our paper plate and we want to turn our paper plate around because we're going to be painting the back of our paper plate. Next, we're going to take our brown paint. Okay, next we're going to take our paintbrush. We're going to dip our paintbrush into our brown paint. And paint our paper plate. Okay, so now we've finished the face of our grizzly bear brown. Okay, so the next step for our grizzly bear is to make his ears. So we're going to take the 2 large circles for the outside of our bear's ears and paint them brown. One brown ear. Two brown ears. Okay, the next step is to make a nose for our grizzly bear. So we're going to take our large circle and we want to paint on a triangle shape for the nose of our grizzly bear. Okay, so once we have our triangle, the next step is to draw a small line at the bottom of our triangle. Okay, and that's our grizzly bear's nose complete. The next step is to make the inside of our grizzly bear's ears, and to do that we are going to use the color white. Okay, we're going to clean our paintbrush, and to do that we're going to take our water. We're going to put our paintbrush inside and we're going to turn our paintbrush around and around and around until our paintbrush is clean. Okay, so once our paintbrush is clean, the next step is to take our white paint. Okay, so we're going to need to take one of our small round circles. We're going to paint that white. One white circle. Next, take our second circle and we're going to paint that white. Two white circles. Okay, the next step is to make our ears, and to do that we want to glue on our small white circles to our large brown circles. So we're going to take our small white circles. We're going to take a little bit of glue I'm going to place that onto the back of our small white circle. Okay, next we're going to take one of our large brown circles. We want to glue that onto the brown circle. Okay, so now we have one ear. Next, we're going to do the same for our second ear. So we need to take a small white circle. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And then what we want to do is to glue that onto our second large brown circle. Okay, so that's our ears complete. The next step is to attach our ears onto our bear's face. So we want to take our bear's face, and then we're going to add on the two ears. Okay, so we want to take one of our ears, and we're going to add on a little bit of glue to the bottom of one of our ears. The next step is to stick that onto the back of our paper plate. Okay, so now our grizzly bear has one ear. Next step is to do the same for our second ear. Okay, so we're going to take our ear, add on a little bit of glue, paste the glue on the bottom of the ear, and stick that onto the back of our paper plate. Okay, so now our grizzly bear has two ears. The next step is to give our grizzly bear a nose, and to do that we're going to take our white circle with the brown triangle. Okay, we want to add glue onto the back, and then we're going to stick that onto our grizzly bear's face below the eyes. Okay, so now our grizzly bear has a nose, and the next step is to make something for us to hold onto our grizzly bear face mask. So to do that, we're going to take our stick, and we're going to glue our stick onto one side of our mask. So we need to take some glue. We're going to add that to the top of our stick, about halfway down. And then we're going to glue that onto the back of our mask. Ta-da! And there we have our grizzly bear face mask with two ears, two eyes, and a cute nose. Okay, don't forget when you finished your grizzly bear face mask to take a photo so that me and Teacher Bo can see your beautiful work. Okay, good job today everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!